A Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 4, The Dream Master, from 1988. The remaining teenagers from Weston Hills have finally defeated Freddy, as they can return to living a normal life now. Okay, that was how the third film concluded. Yet, what actually follows is New Line deciding to resurrect the Dreamstalker again, with more nightmare ensues on Elm Street, while introducing us another gifted teenager, whose name is Alice. She is known as the Dream Master, and is she ready for Freddy? Well, the answer to that lies in this fourth entry of the franchise, in which his fourth coming goes for laughs rather than scares this time. And my thought is this. Just look at his one-liner dialogue in those new mad ways of making nightmares. Since when did Freddy become a cartoon character? Seems to me that those new writers overdone his sinister personalities, as jokes popped out of nowhere when the screenplay was drafted. Not one of my favorites, which I could see the reason why and where the franchise was going from there. Even though I would still watch this one as part of my binging the entire franchise almost every year or two. And yes, the Dream Warriors did have some humor, as I've mentioned last time, but making it more humorous than scary is pretty much not the kind of Freddy I know, but still, I would watch that overall as a way of the off switch mode. The only best part about this entry is we get a groovy soundtrack that screams pure 80s as well. Soap opera fans might remember Lisa Wilcox from General Hospital, as she stars portraying Alice the Dream Master in Freddy's forthcoming here. Above all, in my opinion, the earlier years had its better self before departing from its macabre and entering the goofier side, which New Line began wasting cash while making more, since fans couldn't get enough of Freddy's personality. But it wasn't over just yet. I think this is where and why I rank the Dream Master at that place in this month's episodes ranking, because I'm not a real fan on this sequel, to be honest, because how I already explained my reason, and where things got a bit bizarre and on a wacky side. Species, The Awakening, from 2007. Another recent first-time viewing, as I reached to the conclusion of that franchise for Species. Again, made for TV, this sequel focuses on a pretty college professor discovering her true identity as her uncle takes her down to Mexico in search for answers with a cure from her creator, while deals with another being like her. In my opinion, easily the weakest entry in terms of being made for TV due to bad special CGI effects, the music, and etc. I didn't see it being truly a traditional Species film, since it was mostly get to the point action plot and finding her answers, but it does have a little mix of elements used in both the first and third films has tossed into this storyline here. think I said enough about that. As for where I ranked it at in this month's episode. So, there goes the entire Species franchise, as I discussed throughout for now. Wishmaster, The Prophecy Fulfilled, from 2002. Another recent first time viewing, as I reached the conclusion in viewing the entire Wishmaster franchise. The Jinn is unleashed one last time, and still up to no good with his usual tricks. But this time, he has much bigger plans, investing a real estate, and falls in love with a troubled woman whose crippled boyfriend is against. Certainly not the best entry in the franchise. Have the same thoughts with the third film. I mean, this one's a lot different than the earlier films, as John Novak reprises the role of the Jinn. And this film focuses on some sleaze. And you know how the Jinn suddenly gets a love interest, which is odd, but then you got his siblings going after him, which is crazier. But seeing that heroine and her boyfriend going through such issues feels like a breakup movie somehow. But when you add the Jinn, boy, it doesn't even help, as it's kind of lowbrow to me. Not a strong swan song to the franchise, as once again it's another direct-to-video entry for the Wishmaster, and the title should have been called The Prophecy Unfulfilled, because I won't give away how it ends, but this one, you'll see why it made its last wish. As for, I prefer the first two films, since Andrew Divoff nailed the Jinn perfectly, and there were quite good special effects in my honest opinion. So, this is why I rank Wishmaster: The Prophecy Fulfilled at this place. It's a live remake from 2008. Another recent first-time viewing, as the trilogy been said and done before. Larry Cohen thought it would be a good idea to reimagine his classic tale for a new generation, to which things sadly fell apart, leaving him writing only truly little of that new script, while I can picture him regretting such an ideal project like it. This is not a good remake I expect to see, as the storyline is set to present day and being changed to a mommy and me drama with less killer baby action and poorly used special effects. This time it's CGI. Nothing like the original, in all honesty. Don't think I have anything else to say with this entry being ranked at last place, but I am still picky when it comes to remakes, to which there are some good, some bad, and some neutral. This one, for It's Alive, belongs to the bad remakes aisle in my opinion. I wasn't too thrilled with this one because it was missing out the hunt and the mystery the original film had, to be honest. Wish they include that in somehow. There you have it, with Part 4 of Franchise Frenzy. And that is quite a discussion I have as I rank them all for this month's thrilling episode on my selected franchises. But it's not over just yet, because next month we'll be going High Five. Literally, that will be the name of our next episode once it's completed soon. Since fans just seem to not get enough of more thrills and chills, they put more money to make it and scare them all again. And it's not just a quad trilogy anymore. You got the number 5 in the way. You know how that goes, ladies and gentlemen. Until then, the Cinematic Otaku Chris signing off, as I would like to thank, as always, Joe the Horror Man for hosting this ongoing challenge and letting me join in the fun. And your channel still rules to this day. Keep up the awesome work, and I shall look forward to your rankings on those Part 4s as well. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and comment below with this video as well. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed everything overall. Oh, one more thing. For those who are new to watching this episode and don't know what Franchise Frenzy is, I highly recommend you checking out my other episodes, because they are on my channel. Alongside, there's a playlist to all the episodes in order, so you can catch up and get to know the series better. That's all for me, everybody, and thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of Franchise Frenzy. See you again real soon in another video on my channel.